warna siya sualirnya. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is for the full blood moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo taking place for everyone on March 14th, 2025. You don't have to have Virgo anywhere in your chart to be able to watch this reading. What I do is take a look at full moon and new moon energies every month for the collective to see what's happening for all of us around these times. Oftentimes, full moons are where we do a lot of changes or make changes and do some release work. We let go of things that aren't working in order to clear the slate, get rid of what's not working to make the space, perhaps to set new intentions or welcome things in and receive at new moon times. So it's always curious to me to see what it is we might be letting go, releasing, changing, switching up at full moon, what it is we might be setting our intention for, welcoming in, and or receiving at new moon times. So that's why I do these readings. And I usually start off with an oracle card system just to get the energy flowing, to see what the main energy and theme is of the particular new or full moon. In this case, it's a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. So let's see. Full blood moon lunar eclipse. What is the energy, the main energy and theme of this particular full moon time? Let's see. And then I follow up with tarot for you as well. Okay, what was that? Oof. Power. All right. Let's grab another one. And then I have the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. So full blood moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. What is the energy and or main theme for March 14, 2025? And it's full moon lunar eclipse. Let's see if we can get one card. Okay. Let me get my tarot deck. I am going to be using the Victorian Romantic Tarot, so I just wanted to make sure I had that where I needed it. So let's go ahead and take a look to see what this is all about. So right now we have the card of power, emerging. Okay, so it kind of gives the vibe of like emerging into your power, emerging into your prowess, coming out of your shell, birthing yourself out of the cocoon. You could be undergoing a major rebirth in your journey, a renewal of some sort, where as a result of shedding old facets of self, you are stepping into your full on power here. Okay, so it's like, I feel like they should be like this. You're merging into your power fully, into the full essence of you. So man, that's pretty cool. Let's see what we have here. Oh yeah, major awakenings, light bulb moments, major levels up, I want to say as well. So I feel like you are fully stepping into and emerging into the highest version of yourself in a way that maybe you've never even experienced this before. Maybe you had to remember your power, claim it, step into it, acknowledge it, own it, and truly embody it. Sometimes we go through the journey and we don't want to, it's like we don't always want to acknowledge or really claim who we are. Like there's certain things I think that the universe is always trying to guide you to or show you along the way, and sometimes we could just brush it off as, oh, that's maybe just a coincidence. But then again, there's no such thing as coincidence. I think along the way you've been shown who you have been the entire time, even when you didn't want to admit it to yourself. But it almost seems like now, with the way that things are happening, you can't deny your authenticity. You can't deny who you truly are, where you come from, what your origins are, what your mission is, what your star origins are. Do you see what I'm saying? You are truly emerging into the best version of you, the fullest, most authentic, self-expressed version of you. And it took this rebirth moment, this new beginning, because the emerging card has the daffodils on it, okay? And daffodils, they are symbols of new beginning, a new beginning for you. They promise, right? When daffodils pop up from the soil in spring after a harsh winter, they give us hope that things are going to improve, that things are going to start brightening up, that there's brighter days ahead, right? That there's positive change on the way. So I think that's what this is saying. There's positive change up ahead. You're emerging into this now. You're awakening from maybe a dark night of the soul for some of you. You're stepping fully into the most authentic version of you, your most full of self-expression. You're truly now claiming your journey for everything it was, everything it's been, and everything it's about to become. So I love this because you are standing in a position of power. And maybe you denied yourself for a long time. Maybe you kind of, again, maybe the universe was showing you who you were this whole time, but maybe you didn't want to acknowledge it or admit it to yourself. The universe, I think, has a way of showing us ourselves, past, present, future. It mirrors back to us who we are, what we are, every step of the way, but we don't always see it in the moment. We're not always awake to it. But there's this feeling of you really being fully awake to who you are in every sense of the world. And look, I said every sense of the world, in every sense of the word, right? In every journey you've had, maybe even perhaps through various lifetimes, incarnations, maybe throughout different dimensions and timelines. Again, time is not linear. You are everything, everywhere, all at once. And there's this feeling of a knowing of that, a true embodiment of that. Every version of you is integrating right now. That's what this is saying. Every single version of you, past, present, future, every dimension, every timeline is integrating right now for you to step into your power, for you to claim who you are in every sense and in every part of your essence. It's also this feeling of calling back to you all the pieces of you that have been fragmented throughout millennia, throughout time, throughout space, throughout every dimension. It's calling back all the different parts of you back to yourself into wholeness, to be integrated. There's a huge rebirth taking place for you, a renewal and a new beginning. And when you fully process all of this, you are emerging into one very powerful spiritual badass. And I think the source of a lot of your power is the fact that you truly know who you are now. In every sense of the word. In all your essence, you know who you are. Who you've been. And who you're becoming. Because the feeling is here, it's not over. You're just getting started. New beginnings are on the way. A fresh start. The thing is, it's like having your eyes open so wide, so completely, that you can't deny what you're seeing in front of you. Sometimes we try to explain away the magic, the synchronicities, the way that the universe reflects things to us, to show us, to confirmed to us, we try to explain these things away, but there's no explaining any of this shit away. Your eyes with that awakening card are so profoundly open. You can't unsee it. You can't unknow what you know now. You can't try to put yourself back in the box. You can't deny your mission. You can't deny your calling. You can't deny all the past lives that you've lived, which have ultimately brought you to where you are right now. You can't deny all the titles you've possessed, all the gifts you've obtained. Throughout your many experiences and incarnations throughout time, space, and multiple dimensions. Like, you can't deny everything that's encoded in who you are as a sovereign being. But everything you've been through was just leading you to this moment, to this emerging, for you to fully step into your power, where you've recalled and reclaimed all aspects of yourself, past, present, and future, throughout every timeline that you've ever lived, fragmented throughout all of those experiences. It's you literally right now calling back your power and integrating all those things and experiences back into wholeness. And as a result of doing that, you are fully powered up. You see how the earthly experience works. You see how you have more power and strength than you ever have realized before. Like, you are truly aware and awake. You are truly a conscious being. You have the ability to master earth and spirit. And you're fully aware of the power that you wield through that authenticity, that unapologetic essence of you. No one can tell you who you are. You know who you are. But now that you know who you are in your fullness, you are more empowered than ever. You're not just the current avatar or incarnation that you embody right now. You're so much more than that. And the feeling is here, you truly acknowledge this, or you're about to, or it's about to be shown to you and integrated, and once it is, you can't go back. But why would you want to? You fought to be here right now, to emerge at this time, to awake, and to reclaim your power. So I'm using the Victorian Romantic again. This is one of my favorite decks ever. Gives me very strong messages. This is one deck that I've had the longest in my collection. But let's see. Okay, well, that was one. Let's see if we can get two more. And I'm going to put this off to the side. If I need more cards, I will grab. But something's telling me to grab another one of these. Yeah, let's pull, well, no, let's grab the tarot first and then I will go ahead and pull this over, okay? All right, so we have the Ten of Swords. This aligns with shedding of the past, shedding of the old, right? Emerging out of the cocoon. 10 is a card or a number of completion. The Ten of Swords is saying to me, it's only up from here. The past is truly behind you now. You did the shadow work. I felt that with the emerging card, and you're about to step outside of the box, step out of the cocoon. Emerge like the seed that grew in the dark, right, under the earth. This is behind you now. It's the end of an era, the closing out of a chapter. And it's only up from here with this card. This is also acknowledging that the past chapter or cycle perhaps was not the easiest. You fought your battles. You had your struggles, but you're emerging like the daffodil that emerges after the winter. These things are falling off of you. And they have no bearing over where you're headed next. Where there's an ending, right? With the number 10 and the 10 of Swords, it's a conclusion, the end of a cycle. The chapter is closing. Where there's an ending, there's a new beginning. Daffodils on the card, again, speak as a flower medicine. They speak of new beginnings, renewal, hope, rebirth. The arrival of spring. And as they blossom and bloom, they show us that positive things are incoming. So let's see. Whoa, the Devil card. I might have to take another one on this one. Wow. Okay, so you see this beautiful energy of the Queen of Pentacles? I feel like you fought your way out of this stuff. Out of the things that would limit you, hold you down, and keep you stuck. And now you're stepping into your power, stabilized, ready to bear fruit. That Devil energy often speaks of like karmic patterns. Lessons. Things that tie us or hold us back or tie us down, keep us stuck in the past or in a pattern or in a paradigm. And I feel like you're emerging out of all of that. You're breaking the chains. I'm hearing to say to you that you needed a road opener. I feel like also to say to you that your karmic lessons are done. You're breaking the chains. You're breaking the curses, generational or whatnot. You're stabilizing yourself with the Queen of Pentacles energy because she represents Earth. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus as well. So again, it is a full blood moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. And we have that Queen of Pentacles there. So the Earth energy for this full moon is indeed coming through. But I also feel that you're breaking out of the stuck. You're the seed pushing its way through the soil, ready to access the sun surface level. The little seedling that could. You're breaking bad habits, old habits, right here. Things that no longer serve you, places, people, things, ideas, mindsets even that no longer serve. And you're becoming deeply rooted, like the Queen of Pentacles, steadfast. I don't know why she's giving me the vibe of an oak tree, okay? Oak trees are symbols of longevity. And being deeply rooted. I'm also getting vibes of ancestral wisdom and knowledge that you are learning through this process of emerging. I also feel that, since the oak tree is such a powerful plant, tree medicine, and they endure, they have, like I said, they have longevity. It's showing you how strong you are as well through the process of overcoming the challenges, the resistance with the Devil card, the limitations you might have felt. You're breaking the chains, you're breaking the ties that bind you to people, places, and things that maybe at one time you held on to, but now don't serve who you're becoming or where you're headed next. But you had the strength and you had the resilience to still stand strong despite all that. Powerful indeed. And you're on the move. So that's a helpful sign. You're moving forward. Motivated to move forward. There's this feeling the Knight of Wands is giving me of what's next. Because you've overcome all of this. You've nurtured yourself. Right? Out of this energy. You've broken through and out of it. You've released yourself. Because we wouldn't have the emerging card if you were still trapped in this energy. So you've definitely released yourself. And a lot of it was through nurturing yourself, being kind to yourself, as the Queen of Pentacles would. Deeply rooting yourself, stabilizing your energy, putting your needs first, okay? So we know there's an ending and a new beginning because you broke the chains that held you down. You've nurtured yourself. You were kind to yourself. You stepped into your power over here. Realized your strength, your endurance. And now that you're stabilized, now it's time to move forward. You're soon to be on the go. You're going somewhere, literally or figuratively. You're going places. And be prepared that once you conclude this energy, like you really do emerge out of the cocoon, you burst forth and you're able to spread your wings and fly fully. Expect things to take off because the Knight of Wands does speak about movement, speed, action, momentum, the motivation and the courage and the confidence to move, to go, to do, to act. So I feel like ideas might be coming through that are going to move you forward in another direction. The momentum is going to pick up. Where over here I was feeling stuck, right? Maybe you were held in place for a long time. Not anymore. Something's about to take off over here. And it's going to happen pretty quickly, is what this is saying. Probably faster than you realize. The thing is that I also feel that the Queen of Pentacles, for whatever reason, is opportunity in the works, is what it feels like. And as you sit and nurture yourself and be kind to yourself through this transition, opportunity presents itself when you're in a receptive, relaxed state where you're flowing, you're not chasing, you're attracting. you're in a state of receptivity in that spot where you're nurturing yourself and your needs. I feel like there's opportunity coming your way. And there's a window of time in which to act upon it when it's presented to you in that state of flow. And this Knight of Wands is not going to hesitate when it comes through. Because to me, this is a breakthrough moment. As you rest, relax, and are receptive, right? And you're allowing yourself to be replenished and you're allowing yourself to receive. When you just let go, surrender, and allow, that's when everything starts to come at you. That's when everything starts to come towards you. And the feeling is here to tell you that you're going to recognize intuitively, because all the queens in the tarot deck are intuitive. You're going to recognize intuitively an opportunity when it presents itself. There's opportunity in the making. You're going to be able to recognize it. And you're going to be able to act upon it. Because your intuition is going to lead the way, guide the way, point the way, and this is you, it feels like, not hesitating on taking the action that you need to take in the direction of that which is presented. Because it's like this feeling of now or never. It's go time. It's go time. One of the things that I'm getting is you didn't go through all this shit for nothing. Okay? You didn't go through all this shit over here for your situations to stay the same. You went through all this here so you can learn from it, grow from it, expand beyond it. That's what the emerging is all about. This is about you expanding beyond all this bullshit. So over here, it's like you making the transition out of this energy successfully. And the universe is like acknowledging this glow up of yours, this power that you've stepped into, your power that you've awakened, that you're aware. You see how the game is played. You see how everything works in this realm or matrix we live in. It sees your aptitude, is what I'm getting. And the feeling is here, you're ready. So there's opportunity in the making here to be presented to you, and trust that you didn't go through all this shit for nothing. You're about to step up, level up. And when the opportunity presents itself, it is your breakthrough. Because you're breaking free out of all this stuff. We know it with the emerging. You're breaking free out of the old paradigm, out of the old timeline. I feel like you're quantum leaping, right? When this is fully out of the way, it's like you quantum leaping into the next level of who you were always here to be. And seeing and recognizing that opportunity and running with it over here. Because that Knight of Wands is not going to hesitate. And you'll know it when you see it. The feeling is time is of the essence. You're on a mission. You got things to do. You got things to accomplish. We don't have time for this over here. There's no room for this over here where you're going next. You're traveling over here with this Knight. You got things to do. You got people to see. You got places to go. This is your green light right here. Queen of Pentacles is going to be able to acknowledge it and see it for what it is in the moment. Take action accordingly. This is the road opened to you. This is the door that you've been waiting for. But the thing is, you have to acknowledge you also opened it for yourself. You did the work. All of that was just preparing you for what you're about to step into over here with this Knight of Wands. Now, mind you, Wands are inspiration. They are oftentimes passion and purpose. So I feel that this opportunity in the making that you're going to be able to identify through intuition is and has to do with your mission, with your path, with your purpose moving forward. I'm curious now. Let's see. Magic. Oh, there's magic in the air. Okay. Be open to all the signs, the synchronicities, the way the universe works and moves, people, places, and things to confirm to you, to show you the way. There is magic happening for you right now. There's magic taking place in your life. And the feeling is here. You have the awakening card. Your eyes are open. You're going to be able to recognize the magic at work, the enchantment. Okay. You don't have the blinders on anymore. I feel like this is saying that at one time there was a veil. But not anymore. The veil has been lifted. Now you can see the way everything works, how to wield your power, how to make it work to your advantage. You got the cheat codes, basically. And now that you have the cheat codes, now that the veil is lifted and you can see everything for what it is, for what it isn't, how to wield your magic, how to fully embody your power, there's nothing to hold you back anymore. Nothing to keep you from accessing your dreams, making them come true even. You are the magic is in you. I'm going to look under both these decks just because I'm curious as all heck. I can't help myself. Okay, so we have the energy of choice and the Lovers. So do you see how the Lovers, for one, is the antithesis vice versa of the Devil card? So where everything previously was out of alignment, here you are in full alignment. Underneath the surface, you are coming into alignment, an alchemical alignment with yourself, with something else, possibly for some of you, with someone else. But you're emerging out of the dark like a seed who's breaking through the soil to fully come into full bloom, to align with everything that's meant for you. And yes, Lover's card, interestingly enough, also speaks of choices. And then you have the Choice card. So there's two paths up ahead, okay? You're at a crossroads, I feel. But how you move forward in this new energy is going to be up to you. How you proceed is up to you. You have the choice. When this opportunity in the making, I feel like it's in the making right now. This opportunity in the making, you have the choice of how you proceed with it. It's always going to be your choice. What are you going to do with this magic? Yeah, what are you going to do with this magic? You have a choice. You can go in the direction that I feel the universe is probably going to be pointing the way toward, or you can stay where you're comfortable. You can stay put in the things that you know, or you can accept the challenge and power up and level up. You can go on a quest and level the hell up. I feel there's something for you to explore with the Knight of Wands up ahead. And ultimately, when the choice is presented to you, the opportunity comes through. When you're presented with the breakthrough, it's up to you what you do with it. But I think that if you take it, if you reach out and grab it, again, use your own discernment. There's so much more awaiting you on the other side of whatever it is you would be leaving behind in its place. And all this magic that is unfolding for you now is not happening just to entertain you. It's pointing the way to something. But you have to be brave enough to explore. Take the leaps where you may or need to. Reach out and grab an opportunity or seize the day where you feel led to in order to find out. Let's see. Meditation. So again, that feels like it's tied into the self-nurturing energy of the Queen of Pentacles, trying to stabilize one's energy, come into spiritual alignment with something. But I feel also that it's talking about if you need guidance, to go into that place, connect with your higher self, your angels, your ancestors, your guides, to discern what the choice or proper choice is and how to go about it. Because there is a choice up ahead. You have two cards that are indicating that. I think this choice is being presented to you. This opportunity is being presented to you so you can come into alignment with what's meant for you and fully come into alignment with your true authentic self. Queen of Pentacles also speaks about abundance. She speaks about comforts and prosperity and harvest. So it's also telling me that, you have the choice to accept the quest and level up and receive your bounty, or you can stay as is. I mean, you still did the work. That doesn't change anything. You still did the work. You can stay as is, and so be it. Or you can open yourself up to the possibilities, be curious, and explore the other side of this shift, this change, this choice. Something's about to change. And what's going to make it change, also, I feel, is not only an end of a cycle, yes, with the Ten of Swords, the breaking free with, out of that old paradigm with the devil, but what's also going to accelerate this change and emerge you into this new energy is a choice that you may be presented with. If there's an opportunity, it's up to you what you do with it, how you act upon it, if you choose to reach out and grab it and explore what it can bring. But I would say to you with the devil, don't go back into that fearful state. You don't want to be dragged backwards. The past is behind you now. Let it stay there. You're about to find out who you really are and what you came here to do. What you're capable of. You're about to find out who you are living in your fullest self-expression, the most authentic version of you ever. You're about to experience that version of yourself and what it means to fully live a life in alignment. I feel a meditation card is saying that maybe your ancestors, angels, guides have a message for you to go into that space, that quietude, to receive, because it's all going to point the way. Again, the magic is at work in your life, leading and pointing the way in order to present you with a choice, offer you an opportunity, which is going to give you the breakthrough, the road opener or opening that you need to move forward with the Knight of Wands. It's up to you, though. Either way, you're healed. No matter what you decide moving forward, you're healed. If you decide not to take up this opportunity, no harm, no foul. You're still healed. You still did the work. But I would encourage you to explore your possibilities, because I think it's going to lead you to the next level in the game. Level you up in a way maybe that you've never been leveled up before. Not just spiritually, but maybe even materially too. You're due for some upgrades, it feels like, in your life. Hardships are behind you with the Ten of Swords. You've broken free out of the chains that bind. You've brought yourself into alignment. You see? The Lovers is you in alignment. Alchemically so. If you hadn't brought yourself into alignment, into a balanced state, again, number 6 of the Lovers is balance, harmony, alignment. So if you hadn't brought yourself into that state of being, you wouldn't be in this position of emerging out of the cocoon. So even though the devil card is here, I can confidently say that you've broken out of that energy. And now it's time to move forward boldly, bravely with the Knight of Wands, confidently into this new chapter, not afraid. What's there to be afraid of? You've already fought, right? All the battles you needed to fight. There's nothing else to do but truly just embrace this new chapter in the journey. With an open heart and an open mind. All the toxic BS is behind you now. All the limitations and resistance are also behind you. You are free to choose your path moving forward. And I feel that all the signs and all the magic taking place around you is helping to guide you and point the way in a new direction. So when the opportunities present themselves, you can be confident in yourself to make the choice to move forward, up, out, and away from the past. Courage and confidence is what the Knight of Wands possesses. He doesn't hesitate. Okay, but let's see. Look at that. Here again, transformation, pushing yourself out of the cocoon, ready to spread your wings and fly. Yes. It is the end of an era, the end of a cycle, but you did it. You're ready for this. You're ready for the next chapter. You're ready for the next leg of the journey. And what did I say about the seed? You're the little seedling that was growing in the dark, and you're ready to push your way out of the soil to access the sunshine. Because the past is truly behind you. You're ready for new life. You are ready for new life. You underwent your transformation. Now it's time for you to truly sprout, okay? Into the best version of you. And also, likewise, access all the seeds that you've planted. You're emerging out of a dark cycle, a dark chapter. Maybe you did the shadow work. You're ready to emerge. There was so much growth taking place in the dark, though. The dark is oftentimes necessary. I mean, a lot of things are created in the dark. The seeds grow in the dark soil. We are actually formed in the womb, which is dark, before we come out into the world and see the light for the first time. The moon can't shine without the dark, neither can the stars. Do you see? See. Oh, yeah. Stable and inflow. Beautiful earth energy again. Terra, right? Tierra, earth, Mother Earth. This is you being in flow. Yeah, stable and secure and in flow. That's what that's saying. And you're stable as you move into this new chapter of life and living and being. Now I'm curious to see what's under here, because I did it for everybody else, right? I looked for underneath the deck for everyone else, or all the other card decks. Now I'm curious to see what's under here. Look at that, your perseverance. Yes, I mean, your perseverance is going to pay off, okay? Yeah, you swam upstream like the salmon. But you know, the funny thing is, the salmon will swim upstream against the current. But it always reaches its destination. It always accomplishes its aim. Yeah, there's some sacrifices along the way, but it always accomplishes what it sets out to do. And fish are a symbol of abundance as well, so that ties into the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. I have the Priestess of Light Oracle that I'll be using for you. So do you see that? This is what you're leaving behind. Loss, the lack, the fears, anything that will hold you back, keep you stuck. And I'm also tempted to look under here. Oh, yes, look at that. Building your world, creation, expansion. And I mentioned expansion, networking. Now, isn't that funny? Didn't I say something? I said, yeah, in every sense of the world. Yeah, I said it wrong. I meant every sense of the word. You coming into your fullness, right? Into who you truly are in every sense of the word. But I had said the word world, right? I said in every sense of the world. And look at that, building your world. Isn't that a strange synchronicity? So my tongue-tiedness lines up with this card. No coincidences. Okay. So this is what you're stepping out of. This is what you're about to step into. Okay. And you know what's crazy? Wait a minute here. This is a 34 and this is a 33. This was underneath the deck and this was over here. So that's pretty cool as well. Let's read this because I'm going to pull your angel numbers as well. Let's start with 34 first because that was the order in which I looked. And you can see, look at that, that's crazy. The woman on this card stands alone in anxious judgment of her life. She focuses on past losses and assumes there are more to come. No. Because again, where you're headed next, like the next chapter of your journey, the past has no influence on where you're going. It has no bearing on where you're headed and who you're about to become. And I mentioned that already. The things of the past do not apply where you're going next. They just don't. Okay. She assumes there are more to come. With her fan of owl feathers, she attempts to shield herself from potential hurts. Yet the owl on her shoulder can see through the darkness and guide her out of her fear. Look at that. Out of her fear and lack consciousness. Yeah. No more of that. No more fears. You've released the fears. You've broken them. Over here, you've broken out of them, it feels like, with the Devil card. Okay? You brought yourself into alignment over here with all your hard work through that transformation, through that dark night of the soul. You released all that stuff. The message of this card is clear. No matter what kind of loss you've experienced in the past, it is absolutely necessary to shift your focus now to redefine your power. Okay? You are no longer the victim of a threatening world, frightened and unable to direct your own destiny. In fact, and I said that you have the power now to kind of like wield your own personal power, manage spirit and matter, and create your world as you wish to create it moving forward, because you know what to do now, it feels like. You are the master now. You are fully embodying your power, able to wield it fully. It says, in fact, since your consciousness creates your reality, this assumption will only keep your energy stuck. And I mentioned getting unstuck, right? I felt like the devil had you stuck for a while. And I feel this card is just reflecting all the work, inner work you've already done to get to this point where you can step into your power, where you can fully emerge into it. It says, the owl encourages you to leave your victim mentality behind and see the truth of your eternal courage and power. When loss comes up in life, let yourself grieve, but don't define yourself by that experience or those experiences, right? Yeah, your past does not have power to define what your future becomes. Not anymore. Maybe at one time the mental thoughts and patterns and paradigms would have kept you stuck there, but not anymore. It says, be willing to take charge and set your sights on real solutions and new directions. Absolutely. That's why we have this Knight of Wands. You're doing things. You're on the go. You're on the move. You're seizing the day. When you take action and view your life with optimism and self-honoring intentions, you become the director of rather than the victim in your own life. This empowered approach may seem strange to you, and you may not fully trust yourself just yet, but this card is telling you that you can no longer live in the dark. That's wild, because I always say we grow in the dark, but we don't have to live there. Okay? We have to emerge eventually, just like the butterfly from the cocoon, just like the seed that's been planted in the soil. Okay? You're ready to sprout. Yeah, you can no longer live in darkness, isolation, and fear. It's time to let go of your old patterns, exactly, patterns and paradigms of people-pleasing and passive acceptance of others' agendas. It's time to take your rightful place as a powerful presence in your world. A powerful sovereign being. Affirmation, I let go of feelings of fear and lack. It's safe for me to stand up and make choices that empower me. Hell yeah. And you do have choice cards on the table. Literally. You have it right here. You're going to make the choices that honor your alignment moving forward. You've broken out of this fear, loss, lack, resistance, these limiting thoughts, patterns, and beliefs and paradigms that would have held you back and in place and kept you stuck. You've broken out of those things. So now you can build your world. You can create your world moving forward in any way you want to. You can make the choices that honor your innermost alignment and the version of you that you came here to be. So let's see what this card says. Look, and you have a master number 33. Building your world, right? Creation, expansion, networking. All right, let's see. It says creation, expansion, networking. A priestess of the bees. Okay, so bees are a symbol of success and the sun. Okay, mind you, and a sweet life. Okay, the harvest of a sweet life, or the harvest of your labor. A job well done. So it says a priestess of the bees sits peacefully in a hollow tree. Let's look at her real quick. Okay. Gathering the energy of the bees that fly around her and rest on her fingertips and her third eye. I love that. What's funny is one time I was, like, true story, I was sitting out front on my front porch and I was sad and I was crying. And a bee came up to me, like landed on my face and was on my eyelids. I don't know what he was doing with my tears, but it felt like he was cleaning them, or I don't know, gathering the salt from them. He stood there for a while. I just chose not to move. And I let him do his thing. And he hung out for a little bit on my face. And then he went on his way. I felt so, like, humbled in that moment that a bee would choose to wipe my tears. But this kind of reminds me of that moment. It was sweet. And I freaking love bees. They're so special. But anyway, it says, yeah, he's hanging around her third eye, right? He flies around her and rests on her fingertips and her third eye. She's surrounded by the honeycomb, and though her vision is inward, her thoughts are focused on outer plans taking shape. The bee is one of nature's most industrious creatures. Man, can I go over that sentence again? She's surrounded by honeycomb, and though her vision is turned inwards, her thoughts are focused on outer plans taking shape. Okay. The bee is one of nature's most industrious creatures, and this card foretells a time of great productivity and expansion. I mentioned the expansion and keeping yourself open and receptive to explore the possibilities. Right here, this is action in motion. Knight of Wands. Heck yeah. So that's the productivity that's about to take place for you. And then once it happens, it's going to be full steam ahead, right? So if you've been thinking about growing your business or creating an entirely new one, focus on those intentions now. Your dreams may also include composing music, writing, teaching, painting, cooking, or baking, which are all projects that build on ideas and produce nectar for the body, mind, and soul. That nurture, okay? Right here, mind, body, heart, and soul. It says they do require repeated attention and action. So take time to create a plan, set some goals, and bring forth the creative technical elements together. For one, there's nothing holding you back anymore. You're free to create, free to build the new. The bee is also a symbol of fertility. So the expansion foretold here, and again, abundance right here, and fertility, yes, with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And I would say growth as well. Yeah, the bee is also a symbol of fertility. So the expansion foretold here may relate to family matters, a child or children on the way, new in-laws through marriage, or even reconnecting with distant friends or relatives are all ways that you may be expanding your personal network. On a practical level, this card could also indicate a career in architecture, design, or construction. It could also signify connections with people who do such work. You may even be building a new house. Oh, shoot. Or expanding your present one. Yeah, I mean, she's very domestic, right? So Queen of Pentacles, definitely, I could see that. She could be like moving somewhere, like if you're relocating, if you're on the move, okay? This could literally be you in your new home telling the movers, oh, can you put that couch there? Can you put that table over there, please? Right? This could be you hanging pictures on the walls of your new home as well. That's pretty cool. I love that. The bees join together to assemble their hive structure and provide for their community, increasing value for all. Now is the perfect time for you to build the world you desire. So make your plans and set to work. Affirmation: I have the power to create my world and prioritize the projects that I desire. As I continue to take action, my joy and fulfillment expands. Yeah, that's the whole point. The choices you make now moving forward are meant to expand you into the new chapter that you're stepping into. Expand you further. So have courage to make the choices that honor this new version of you, that honor this alignment that you have done so much work to embody and step into. All that stupid crap from the past has no hold over you anymore. It's gone. You healed it. You moved out of it. You stepped up and out of it. You're leveling up. So when opportunity knocks and presents itself, trust yourself. Have the courage to step into it, to truly, right, choose what honors you. Not in a vibration of fear, but one of courage, confidence, and pure knowing. Because the sky's the limit. And everything that happens now moving forward is just to place you exactly where you're meant to be, to help you step fully into who you came here to be, fully empowered, 100% authentic, living true to your soul's essence. Fear is in the past. Limitations are in the past. The past doesn't define you. Okay, like I said in the one video I did, I said those things don't have to define you. You can defy them. Stepping forward into this new timeline, we're not living in fear anymore. We're not living like that anymore. We quantum leaped out of that stuff so we can step into everything that is our birthright and everything we're meant to be. And honoring our alignment along the way, every step of the way, with courage, confidence, fully realized in our power, and renewed. So let's see what your angel number is for this reading. 4, 8, I love it. 3, 483 is your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you're not familiar with my channel, these dice, okay, have a message for you. The angel numbers that are shown, all you have to do is go research them for yourself. See what messages they provide for you. A lot of times they confirm everything I've already said in the reading, word for word. When that happens, that just shows the magic at work in real time. It also shows my alignment as a reader. Sometimes they also even provide you with personal messages like that you honestly need in the moment. That also is very cool when it happens, right? But I always say do your research, find a source that you trust, go with what speaks to your heart, let that be your guide. Take the journey to finding the numbers because you never know what other sign, synchronicity, and rabbit hole spirit might guide you down for further confirmation. And if you can, please refrain from putting number interpretations in the comment section for the same reason. We want to make sure everybody has a chance to find some of that magic for themselves along the way to researching these numbers. So with all of that being said, I will leave you here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for spending time with me. And if you want to support me further, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Visit me on Etsy. I have cool things there, personal readings when I have time and I'm available. But anyway, I'll leave you here. Take care of yourself. Happy full moon. Be well and always keep shining.